And yet, it is absolutely available for free. All you need is what? Desire. وَمَنْ يَتَصَبَّرْ يُصَبِّرْهُ اللَّهُ. Whoever desires to have sabr, Allah will give him sabr. Understand, all you have to do is, Ya Rab, I need extra sabr. Ya Rab, I don't have enough sabr for this. You will give me sabr. Of the names of Allah is As-Sabur, the one who gives sabr. وَاصْبِرْ وَمَا صَبْرُكَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ وَلِرَبِّكَ فَاصْبِرْ. Be patient. Your sabr will only come from Allah, through Allah, by Allah. Sabr comes from Allah. Sabr comes from Allah. So when you need sabr, when life becomes difficult, when there's tragedies and calamities, don't turn your back and say, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to fail. No! Turn your face to the Qibla, lower your head in sajda, raise your hands to Allah and say, Ya Allah, I need sabr, give me sabr. And if you ask Allah, Allah shall give you 110%. This is the guarantee of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how can anybody say, I don't have enough sabr? How can anybody say this? Because when somebody says, I don't have sabr, what he's really saying, I don't want sabr. You understand? Because if you wanted it, you will get it. So never say, I don't have sabr. No, if you really want sabr, you will get as much as you need, as much as you want, بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. And again, look at our brothers and sisters of Muslims, subhanAllah. 75 years of dhulm, 73 generations, and they have not lived normal lives. Wallahi, it is a shame. My people in America, they are my people, I'm born and raised there, even though I don't like this about them, but they are at the end of the day, there's good and bad, and this is a negative. My people in America, astaghfirullah, they treat their dogs better than those people are treating the people of us. The oppressors are treating the people of us. La hawla wa quwwata illa billah. 3 generations of dhulm. Where does their sabr come from? Wallahi, it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. How can a mother lose all of her children and still she says Alhamdulillah and raises a finger to Allah? How can that grandfather bury his daughter Abu Khalid, bury his granddaughter and say, Ya ruh al-qalbi, Ya ruh al-ruh, Ya ruh my ruh, and still smile and take that sabr? That smile shook the hearts of tens of millions of people. All of the propaganda of Israel failed at the smile of one grandfather. The dignity, the courage, the iman of one grandfather shut down the entire propaganda of Fox News. That is what sabr is. Sabr is the reality of accepting Allah's qadar and linking your tragedy. This is our grandfather. He looks at his own grandfather and he says, I want to meet you. And in fact, I don't know if you know this, I put it on as well a bit. SubhanAllah, I asked him something, I just want to go back to Allah and I want to meet my grandmother. I want to meet her again. And Allah accepted it now. This is what sabr is. Allah accepted it now. This is what the reality is. My point is, dear brothers and sisters, nobody should ever say, I don't have enough sabr. Rather, turn to Allah and ask for sabr. Now, final point, inshallah, then we'll open up the floor to Q&A, inshallah. So, to summarize before I finish off, we explained together that the seerah teaches us that life is difficult. Life is not going to be easy. The seerah teaches us you will be tested. The Quran teaches us وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Allah said we're going to test you. You're going to be financially tested. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be fearful. You're going to lose loved ones. Allah is saying, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. We give glad tidings to the patient. So, the seerah teaches us the purpose of tragedy is not punishment. It is maghfirah and it is raising the ranks. And the seerah teaches us that we have good thoughts of Allah and we understand that Allah has a wisdom we try to understand. The seerah teaches us that when a tragedy happens, we turn to Allah and not away from Allah. We find a connection with Allah. Our qalb has a ta'alluq with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we turn to Allah to give us what we need to pass the test. The seerah teaches us that one of the main purposes of tragedies, and there are others as well, but time doesn't allow us to go there, one of the purposes is to test our sabr. And we explained, sabr does not mean you're not going to show pain, you're not going to show tragedy. Sabr means internally you understand that Allah has decided something that is best for you, and you expect Allah to reward you. That is what sabr is. And once you expect Allah to reward you, then there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Life is not gloomy anymore. You expect something to happen. If not in this world, then the next world. Right? There's some good news from this tragedy. That's what sabr is. Sabr will always give you optimism, right? Because that's what sabr is. You understand something's going to happen that's good for me. So it's something positive that will happen to you. And the seerah teaches us that sabr is achieved by salah and the rituals and the siyam, but it is also achieved by making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by asking Allah for sabr, by being granted sabr. One final point, and that is specifically, what are some of the rituals that we can do to ease the pain in our hearts when we are facing tragedy? What are specific things that we should do? When life becomes difficult, when a calamity happens. So, we will mention some of them. Number one, الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. The first thing we should do when the calamity happens is we say إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. This is in the Quran. الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة. When the musibah happens, they turn to Allah and they say إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. I need to explain this phrase. A lot of people don't understand this phrase. Why are we saying it?